Robin Hood Radio presents the best of the Berkshires from BerkshireStyle.com. BerkshireStyle.com is an online magazine and resource serving and celebrating the tri-state area. Breathtakingly beautiful and surprisingly unspoiled, the Berkshire region has long inspired gracious living. The online pages contain a wealth of local information, inviting all to do more to explore and support this very special community.
I'm Tony Tucker of Berkshire Style. I once enjoyed having a good run, but as miles of pounding the pavement and the years were tacked on top of the other, it became clear that to soothe my aching knees and backs, running would have to turn into walking. The transition has been easy. Striding along with less impact during a brisk walk still gives me a nice workout and an hour or more of solitude to gather my thoughts and get away from the cell phone and computer. So begins our feature called The Joy of Walking by John Torsiello. A great read. Each week, our millennial writer Charlotte Penrose looks around the region for what's happening and shares her recommendations. The most interesting and fun events to come. Here are some of her tips for this week. Details can be found on the website. Exit Stage Right, Stories from the Arts. Straight from the mouth of the former general manager / operations director of Carnegie Hall. Here are the inside stories and his adventures and misadventures with legendary performers. John Fernandez, a 35-year veteran of the performing arts scene in New York City, will share his experiences with artists like composer Stephen Sondheim, ballet dancer Mikhail Baryshnikov, jazz great Ella Fitzgerald, and Frank Sinatra. He has also collaborated with Aretha Franklin, Paul McCartney, Ray Charles, Bono, and Sting, just to name a few, at the Seymour Inn in Colebrook, Connecticut. Paul Taylor Dance Company, Modern Genius. The Paul Taylor Dance Company is one of the most influential and celebrated modern dance companies. The programs vary by performance, from Esplanade, 1975, one of Taylor's first pieces inspired by found movements, to Brief Encounter, 2009, reflecting the transience of human connection in a capitalist society, to Piazzolla Caldera, 1997, Taylor's piece that captures the essence of tango culture without a single authentic tango step, at the Mahawi Performing Arts Center in Great Barrington. Fall for Art, a village gallery. Fall for Art is a one-day village-wide festival, turning the whole village of Millerton into an art gallery. Local businesses will host and display the works of various artists, while street artists set up shop outdoors, weather permitting. These painters, ceramicists, jewelers, and more represent the talent of the area, highlighted among the great independent stores of the village, in the village of Millerton. Steve Solomon, updated and funnier than ever. Solomon's 90-minute comedy smash hit, inspired by his wacky family, has enjoyed rave reviews throughout the country, becoming one of the longest-running one-man shows in Broadway history. 1 part lasagna, 2 parts Prozac. You don't have to be Italian or Jewish to relate to the show. You just need to know what it's like to leave a family dinner with heartburn and a headache at the Colonial Theater in Pittsfield. Lives Well Lived, Wit and Wisdom of Age. Enjoy an evening of inspiring and irreverent reflections on aging with a screening of Lives Well Lived, followed by a book talk by authors Erin McHugh and Emily Luchetti. The film shares the secrets, wit, and wisdom of 40 people, aged 75 to 100, who have over 3,000 years of combined life experience. After the film, enjoy a fun presentation from the authors of So Who's Counting, the little quote book about growing older and still kicking ass, who are saying so long to nostalgia with this book that reminds us growing old is really a chance to ask, what's next? At the Movie House in Millerton. Check out our website for further information. Just click on Happening This Week on the homepage of Berkshire Style. Our other features can also be accessed from the homepage. Please support our advertisers. Just click on the ads themselves that link directly to their website. Out on a Limb. Last month we went out to supper. My husband, our son, his stepchild, and my brother. We went to the Swiss Hut in Egremont on what would have been Pete's and my 50th anniversary if we hadn't taken a 16-year sabbatical to work through our individual issues. Nevertheless, it felt like a golden wedding anniversary to me. Thus begins Catherine Boughton's essay on the many names one can accrue in one's lifetime. She calls it the name game. Our favorite thing. One of the delights of living in the Berkshires is autumn. Visitors come from all over the world to look at our gorgeous foliage. We have researched harvest festivals to encourage you to join in the many exciting celebrations of this glorious season. Berkshire Kitchen. In my Slavic family, mushrooms played a starring role in many holiday meals, especially on Christmas Eve when my grandmother made white borscht with oats and mushrooms. Sautéed mushrooms are a classic, and an easy way to prepare them is with a sherry sauce. Jane has more of her history and the recipe for sherried mushrooms. Country Homes, a rare and special offering in the Clove Valley, one of the most sought-after areas in Millbrook. The house was built in 1993 and designed by noted architect Paul Gleicher in the arts and crafts style. It is surrounded by 178 acres and sited high on a hilltop at the end of a long driveway with scenic mountain views. Pretty wonderful. Behind the page. Many years ago, when I was young, I was passionate about my nation and my world. I marched tirelessly against the Vietnam War, for equal rights for us all, both integration and women's rights. I am still passionate and reflect on the state of civil rights, women's rights, impeachment, and the new and disturbing issue of gun violence. We also have a new feature. For autumn, a downloadable fact sheet and history of the upcoming holiday of Halloween. Our new site is up, live and lively, online and on your phone, waiting for you to visit. We're very proud of our new look. We're an online magazine and resource, here to help you find your way around the greater Berkshire area.
BerkshireStyle.com's mission is to seek out and celebrate the richness, vitality, and diversity of resources we have on our doorstep. If you have a passion for refined simplicity, regional charm, and good taste, you're in the right place. After all, what's life without style? BerkshireStyle.com.